Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making video. Yesterday at the time of filming I popped into the Crafty charity shop to see if they had any bargains, and of course they did. I thought I'd share those with you today and make a card with some of the bits that I bought. These are two photopolymer stamp sets that I got, and they're by Hunky Dory. We've got some lovely poppies and some more background elements with some sentiments. I picked these because my mum's favourite flower is poppies, so I thought I could make lots of cards for her using these. I also picked up a couple of woodware stamp sets. This one has got some whimsical folk arty type feathers on and some sentiments, and this one has just got sentiments on it. Probably wouldn't be using You Put the Sass into Sassy, it's not something I'd say, but I think the rest of them I will definitely use. I got this Hobby Art butterfly stamp set. I can never have enough butterfly things, stamps or dies or what have you, so this is going to get lots of use. This one's a photopolymer stamp set by Pink Frog. Not sure if it's got a particular name. Don't think it has, but I loved this typewriter font background and the grungy typewriter style of the sentiments, so this is definitely going to be getting a lot of use. And the last stamp set was this one. This is by Aline Pelinkoff and sold by mariannedesign.nl. It isn't photopolymer, it is silicone, but I think I'll still get quite a lot of use out of that. Lots of grungy maritime type designs. Right, onto the dies. Some square postage stamp dies. Now I've got lots of postage stamps, but none of them in these sizes, which I thought would be good because you can make a panel with the big one and then you can add smaller ones on top. So that is from X-Cut. This one has lots of sentiments on in a really bouncy fun font. So you've got the thin sentiment piece and then its shadow or outline, and these are from Sizzix. This is set 664122A. Is that the same on all of them? Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to using those. And then this one is from Crafter's Companion. It's a Gemini one, and it says enjoy in a nice scripty font, and the outline comes with it too. And then someone was obviously having a clear out of their Sizzix products, because there are loads here, and there are loads that I didn't buy. And they all look brand new. They don't look like they've even come off the backing at all. So there's this one, which is 663482. Some panel dies. I thought these would be good for making apertures on the front of cards, maybe creating bookmark style things. And we've got this baking set, which is 663323. That'd be great for not only cards, but for journaling as well, I think. And this I could not resist. Butterflies again, so it makes a net of connected butterflies, and there are a couple of separate ones. That's 662516. I do love a wreath, so I've got a nice leafy wreath here with some flowers and some leaves. Yep, leaves. I think this might have been used because there were a couple of little bits in there, but it's in perfect condition. So I think with this one, 663377, I'm going to see how many different ways I can use this that isn't this design. Next we've got this marini one, 663363. Again, brand new I think. We've got a lovely jellyfish and a crab and a turtle, a starfish and some bubbles. My daughter's always nagging me to do a fishy underwater theme card, so I'll have to do that. This is number 662549, and it's an aperture die that cuts these kind of mountain or wave patterns. Oh, it says waves there, so it's waves pattern. Then I've got these two stamp and coordinating die sets. These are acrylic or silicone stamps, not photopolymer, but that's okay. It's 662644 and 662683. So I'm going to pop all these in a drawer here in my craft conservatory and regularly pull from the pile and use them in videos. I'm not going to put them with the rest of my stash because I don't want to forget about them. I'm going to put them somewhere where I can go, oh yeah, I'll just grab something out of there and we'll try that. I did post photos of everything I bought over here on YouTube on my community page and in my Facebook group, and I asked what you'd like to see me use in a video, and basically everything I bought got at least one vote. So we'll gradually work through the pile, but today I'm going to do this because a lot of people asked me to make a card with this stamp set. So I'm going to start with a piece of deep teal cardstock, and I'm going to put it in my stamp positioner and take a variety of stamps and just kind of put them in a random arrangement on my paper here. Okay, so I'm going to use these as background stamps really. And yep, you guessed it, we're going to do some heat embossing. I'm going to cover this in talcum powder. This removes any moisture, static or oily fingerprints that might attract rogue embossing powder. And as my embossing ink today, I'm going to use this Hero Arts Unicorn White Pigment ink. It's a very juicy ink pad. So this might be a mistake, but you never know until you try. And sometimes it might look a bit grungy, but that's kind of the look we're going for. If this doesn't look good, I will just stamp with embossing ink on another piece of cardstock, but we'll see. Okay, that's all right. So we'll try this Wow Superfine Opaque Bright White embossing powder and see how it goes. So that's come out okay. What I'm going to do is definitely try it again with embossing ink and white embossing powder. And I might also do it in embossing ink and clear embossing powder to get a tone on tone look. Right, there we go. That's the one with the white ink and that's the one with the embossing ink. And I think we get much better results with the embossing ink. And that's embossing ink and clear embossing powder for a tone on tone look. So I want to do a bit of over stamping, over embossing. So I've got these grungy writing ship's log type stamps and I'm going to add those over the top. I'll do the anti-static powder again and stamp. Right, that's come out very nicely, exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to do the same thing over here a bit. I just want to add some individual stamps, and as I'm not particularly bothered about perfect stamping now, you know, it's overlapping, it's grungy, just going to use a block. Got some stitching stamps here. I've added a couple more of the sort of word and letter stamps up the top here. Right, I think I'm happy with that. I've basically created now a 6 by 4-ish inch piece of patterned paper. I think if I were to do this again, I wouldn't bother with the stamp platform at all. I would maybe stamp these writing stamps first and plonk them on the background, and then I would go in with the smaller stamp block and the smaller stamps and layer them on top. I think that would be quicker, but this was a voyage of discovery. So there's a piece of background paper that will go on a 4 by 6-ish inch card blank. But the next thing I want to do with this is chop it down a little bit with this stitched rectangle die. Before I stick this down, I want to wrap some twine around it. Now this was a Rowan's charity shop find from a few months ago now, and I haven't used it yet, but I think brown will go nicely. It's kind of a nautical rope type colour. So I'm not going to stick this down yet. I'm just going to wrap it round, try not to bow the card, and then tie a knot. I'm going to go back to my Girl Guiding days and tie a reef knot, I think. I think that's a reef knot. And just snip off the ends there. And this is going to sit on my card in the middle horizontally. And I've got a rule of thirds acetate grid there, and I think I managed to get that on that third line there. But I think it needs to go over a bit, because what I want to do is attach a tag here with a sentiment on, and it's going to need a bit of room for that. To accommodate that string so it doesn't go all lumpy and bumpy, I've put some foam tape on the back of my panel, and I'm doing a Christine Stokes here and adding some stick glue to give me a little bit of wiggle time when I put it on the front of the card. So for my tag, I've got this piece of hammered textured white card, and I'm going to stamp on it with the ship stamp. I haven't used that one yet. I wanted to save it for the tag. And I'm using Salvage Patina, which is a very, very pale version of this colour paper. I'm not going to be able to fit the whole ship on though, so I'm just going to add 2 partial ships. There's not much on this in the way of sentiments. Footsteps in the sand, storm, beach, sand, sea. So not really greetings type stamps. So I'm going to use these grungy label stamps, and I've chosen Just Because. And I think a Just Because sentiment makes this card suitable for most things really. I'm going to heat emboss this in metallic platinum superfine from Wow. Adds a bit of sparkle, shimmer and shine. It's not too in your face. And I'll trim this out with my scissors, leaving a little white border around the edge. I put some string through my tag, and I'm going to actually put it over the knot. So I've cut the straggly bits off the reef knot. It's not really a feature now. So this is going to go in the middle at a bit of a jaunty angle. And that's going to go in the middle, but I want that to be on straight, on horizontal. And I think that will do. Well, I hope you've enjoyed looking at my little charity shop haul and seeing this card come together. I hope it's given you some ideas for things you can do with supplies that you already own. And I hope to see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.